What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, and we are back. We are back at it with another daily trade review. And today was just another one of those days, y'all. It was another one of those days. It was a green day, so that was a good thing. But boy, oh boy, did we leave quite a bit of money on the table today. This is starting to be a regular occurrence, and it's just, I don't know. I guess it speaks to this market that we in right now, to where I just kind of not really feeling it. But we're gonna go straight into TRADERVUE today. I did when I started the recording this morning, I did show the thumbnail watch list first, so we'll be able to see what we were trading. Won't see how they played out, but we'll see how they was looking right before the market opened. But this is what we did today, Monday, September 26th. We took 6 trades, closed P&L 32.54. This is another one of those days that we closed the day out making less than we did on the first trade. First trade of this morning, we made 37.92. We closed with 32.54. Would you believe me if I told you all of these trades would have hit target? All of these trades, maybe not all, but let's say most of them would have hit target. Let's go taking a peek at them. Let's rock and roll. MLCO. And one thing I will say that was interesting, the 3 stocks that I traded today were all at the very top of the previous 5-day scanner. So that meant I was looking at the right stocks today. But first, MLCO. Let's look at the charts, and then we go down and look at the bottom of them. Look at this. 2-minute chart. 3-bar play. 3-bar play. Got in a little late. This thing ripped. This ripped. This would have hit target a few times over. Max unrealized gains, $80. We were up $80. It's went against us just a little bit, not even a half R. Had we took the stop to just break even, so we don't lose no money. This is money. It would have took a little while. But it would have ripped. I asked a question in another video. Do we trade to get in and out of trades fast? Or we trade to make money and see our trades hit target? I need to be trading to let my trades run and hit target. That's money. I just, man. Then we trade LVS. Let's look at this. Let's see what kind of pattern that we see on this one. All right, decent pattern, getting in as it breaks the high of the day. These here, you usually got to give them room. We had to stop down there, low of the day, low of the morning. This one would have gave us a scare over here, but it did not go below that, and then it rips. Now, did this one give us a full 2R? It would be close, but it at least gave us an R, maybe 1.5. Let's look at it. Went against us $10. We were up basically $10. We got out flat. So that's 2 of them that most likely hit target. This was an ugly trade here. But let's look at the chart. See what kind of entry we got in on this one. Getting in off of this pullback as it breaks this area. Okay, that's good. Instead of putting the stop there, gave it extra room, put the stop down there. That's good. But because we made $37 on that first trade, we brought the stop up to stop out for a $37 loss so that we would be flat, not on the trade, but on this particular stock. That's why it stopped out for $37. Had I left the stop where it was at, rip. Another one that would have easily hit 2R target. This one never went in our favor. Went against us 37.50. But it would not have went $12.50 lower. It would not have. The next candle we see it turned and it ripped. This is another one that went 2R. Would be up $300 on those 3 trades. This one, 0. Man. I looked at this in TRADERVUE earlier today because I don't remember taking this trade. This one you could somewhat call a live traders or Jared Wesley 84% rule. You get in your first trade, stops you out full, and it was a good trade. If the stock gets back up to your original entry, get in on the original entry, stop back down at the original stop. Getting in right there. Rip. Utter rip. It's overextended on the 5-minute. It is extended. But it gave rest. Got a little rest on the 2-minute. Let's look at this. We got in and we got out 37 seconds later. I have no clue why. Got to look at this one on the chart. On the video. Because this one was money. It ripped. I don't understand it. That's 4 trades. It's 4 trades that hit 2R. Or would have hit 2R. On those 4 trades would be up $400. Let's go to win. Let's look at win. See what kind of pattern we're looking at. We come over, we look at win on the 5-minute. Getting in a little late off of this flag. Could have got in right there. Stop right there. That would have hit target. Let's come over and look at the 10-minute. 10 minutes giving a 3-bar play. That's confirmation off of what you're seeing right there. This is the one that I say I don't know if it would have got 2R out of this move right here. But it's at least 1R. At least got 1R out of it. Don't even really need to look down at these charts right here. These 2 right here are telling you everything that you need to see. So, not really sure about those. And I'm getting 2 calls in. Gotta pause it. All right, I'm back. Thought that was a telemarketer, but it was actually the doctor trying to get me to go in and get my eyes looked at. But as I was saying, as the morning goes on, I start trying to look at these charts. So it's a decent entry on the 2-minute though. It's a little breakout. Would want to have that stop way down there, and you get that same picture off of these charts here. But this one went almost a R in our favor. Went against us a little bit, not even a half R. We made 29 bucks on it. And so that went 50 from right there. This might have came up a little bit short of 2R. Might have been a little bit short of 2R. So that one we wouldn't have got a full target out of. And then let's look at this last LVS. Let's take a peek at this one. Then we'll get into the video. Look at the chart. See if it was a good entry. So looking at the 5, you get this. You get the sellers push it down. You get the buyers push it right back up. Nope, we're not having it. But let's look at the 10. 10 is giving that picture even better because you get this candle. It's a little indecision. A little indecision in that candle. Then it comes right back even stronger. And you get this nice doji. Sellers pushed this down and the buyer said, nope, we got this. Pushed it back up. Get in right there. We gave this a very wide stop. This is another one that might not have got 2R out of it. But that's definitely 1R. Definitely 1R out of that trade. 2-minute. Getting in right there again, you got to set the stop down there. And you can't put the stop in here somewhere because then you're just arbitrarily putting it in there. There's no real area that telling you to put it there. So we'll have to put it down here at the bottom. Got maybe 1 hour out of this trade. Went against us almost a half hour, and we were up a little bit, and we basically finished flat. So those were our trades reviewed in TRADERVUE. Let's go ahead. Let's get the video pulled up. So as I stated, this was our watch list. This is what we was looking at. We had LVTX on the watch list because we took a pre-market trade in that account, y'all. You always hear me say like my cash account. I actually have three accounts I trade out of in Thinkorswim or TD Ameritrade. I got my main account, which is labeled margin. I have a true cash account, and then I have this LMD IRA, which is a cash IRA account. My other cash account has a bunch of foolishness that I bought when I didn't know what I was doing that I'm bag holding. No other way to say it. It got some cash in there, but I don't really trade out of it. When I'm saying I'm trading out of my cash account, it's usually this account right here. But this is what we were watching. Amazon, I was watching pre-market. The hourly pre-market was setting up nicely. As the market got close to open, it started not looking like it was going to work. I took the order out of the system. Bad call, because Amazon was the ripper of the morning. And then you see over here, LVTX was risking $10 on that trade in this account. We made a little less than 25. So nice trade. And overall for the day, we might have made 2R between 3 accounts that I traded out of. My main account, my Webull account, which I bought a couple of SPY puts, and then the IRA account, that trade. And then I took 2 afternoon option trades on the SPY. But let's go ahead. Let's kind of speed this up. We take the first trade at 9:34. So we're going to kind of speed this up. And we had some technical difficulties this morning, man. My computer internet kind of locked up on me, quit working. And once it did that, that kind of shook me. I was like, all right, I'm kind of done now. But first thing this morning, we see TCOM over here like it's setting up for a 1 minute 3-bar play. And see, this was one of them, because look, it just looks like it just froze up. The video's still going, and it wasn't, I won't say that it was Thinkorswim. I'm not going to put it on Thinkorswim. It was my internet. And it just froze because I looked at the main screen that has the time on it, because this is just a separate little window. The main screen, the time had changed to orange. Let's speed it up. I'm like, get me out of this order. So I got out. You see it back working again. I got it out because it would have triggered beforehand. So now I'm looking at Amazon like, all right, I missed the hourly entry on open. So I was looking at that one for a 3-bar play, but then I come back over to TCOM and I'm like, well, I couldn't. It went early on the 1 minute, but let's see if it holds up on the 2 minute, and it's going to fail. So let's speed it up. Then we come over and we look at MLCO. That's why you got to be scanning those thumbnail watch lists. And this one got it just a hair bit late. So you notice my stop is inside of this bar. It should be down at the bottom of that bar, or maybe giving it a little bit more room because it's market open. And then you come up and look at this. On the 5, it was given a nice breakout. So could have put an order in right here with the stop down here at market open for it to trigger, and this thing would have already been up 2R. But we took it on this little pseudo 3-bar play. This candle here is down a little further than I would like it. Usually want it to be in the upper half of this candle. But this bottoming tail is what was nice about it. That bottoming tail. But this one kind of gave me a little worry. See, I had pulled back to that area that we had marked on the chart, and then it just rips. So now I'm tightening the stop up. Look at it coming down. Flirting. It didn't stop us out right there. So now I come over. Let me back this up real quick. I'm looking at LVS Sands. Getting in off of this candle right there. Should have been. That's what I ran the numbers for. But look where I got my entry at. So again, it puts the stop inside of where I want my stop to truly be at. So let's speed that one up. This one kind of gives a little worry. Let's back that one up. So now you see MLCO, we're up almost 1R. See how it's still gray right there? So that means that the price has not made it up that far yet. So we almost up to 1R. Come back over looking at LVS Sands. Let's look at all of the charts. 5 still looks good. 10-minute looks like it's setting up for a 10-minute 3-bar play. That's good. 2 minutes. Candles are setting new highs, so that's good. You over that area. So everything looks good to be a good trade. There's no reason to do what I just did right there. Tighten my stop up right on top of where it's trading at. Right on top of it. So of course you're gonna get stopped out if it just backs back up on you. So we stop out on that one. Look at MLCO now. It's up 75, 80 bucks. So now I'm thinking, okay, we good. This thing right here is just about to rip the target, and I'm basically 2-minute bar by bar. So look where I put my stop at, just a little below that 2-minute bar. Boom, comes down, tags me, and then it goes. But now we'll come over, look at Amazon. Off the open, like I said, I wanted to take a trade off the open on Amazon. I didn't do it. I'm over here looking at Amazon because I want to get in off of this candle right here. Stop there, entry there. But I don't put it in the system. We'll revisit Amazon shortly. So now I come over, I look at Win. Usually in the morning, me and Evan just chatting. Evan had mentioned this one. He was like, Win is setting up for a nice pullback on a buy setup. And I said that, to me, it looks like it's rolling over. I was wrong. I don't know. I look at it two ways. To me, it just didn't look like a clean pullback. And I didn't stay with it. Had I stayed with it, it would have gave me everything I was looking for. And I think I may have talked Evan out of taking the trade, which if I did, I apologize. But you see me now, checking the numbers on that candle right there. That's the trade that I wanted to take. Didn't do it. So we got out of Milco. I'm looking at Milco for the buy setup. Let's see, what time do we take this one? We take this one in about 20 seconds. So let's see where we got in at. So we're using that candle, 17 cents. We gave it 20 cents. It's gonna trigger us, booyah. But we triggered in. Starts to act like it's gonna go. Let's speed it up a little bit. Turns against us. And look what I do. I moved my stop up to 37.50 because that's what we made on the first trade. I did that so that number right there could be green. Instead of leaving the stop alone, and watch what this thing does. So I go right back. I put another order in. That one I don't think is going to trigger. So I take it out of the system. Come over, I look at Sands. Remember we took Sands right there and got out. Put an order in to get right back in again. There's Milco. Back moving up again. Now I'm going through the previous high of day scanner, which this was at the top of it. So boom, that triggered us in. This was the one that I was curious on. How did it only last a couple of seconds and I got out? Let's see what the heck I did. Let's watch this one. So I bring the target down. Why? Looking at the higher time frames, everything still looks good. Looking at the higher time frames, looking at what I should be looking at, everything looks good. Now, if it comes up here to the devil's numbers, them 666s, if it comes up there and it rolls back over, then I can kind of get worried. But it hadn't even tried to make it up there. It's almost just kind of curling. Yeah, so that was interesting. It ends up going. Look at Amazon. Remember I said I wanted to get an Amazon right there? That's money. Already hit target. Getting in right there from here to previous high of day. That got at least one R in that move. I have to be on those trades when I see them like that. I have to be. Again, the 5 minute was showing good strength. So got to order in on LVS. This is our last trade of the morning right here. Again, getting in as it breaks high of day, stop at the low of the morning. You don't see that bubble for the low because we have these other candles on the chart from the previous day. But if this was just today's chart, then the low, you would see that bubble. Look at Win. Nice 10-minute 3-bar play. And we actually take Win a few seconds before we take the LVS trade. So getting in this one a little bit late. We done missed it. It's already running. Giving it $1.50 stop. 30 shares. That'll give it the room. Look where the stop is perfect on that one. So we missed a couple of cents on that. So now I'm just checking. Look at my target is inside of this area that I got marked on the chart. So that's good. Scrolling on up. Keep scrolling. I put an order in on Amazon. Let's pause this one real quick. So right here, got this little flag as it's testing previous high of day. Don't have much room above the 50 moving average here. But I'm pausing this for one reason. Let's look at where my entry is at. 116.50. So you see that my stop is at previous high of day. Let's go. It's another one. You see the price run? Look where the price is at. Look at where it's at. I don't get filled. It does not fill me on something like that. I want that thing to just roll the heck over now and be like, oh, thank you, Lord, I didn't get filled. No, Amazon ripped after that. I was like, you gotta be kidding. I went back into the message because it gave me an error, and it said something about the price has to be higher than the price of blah, blah, blah. I'm looking at the latter. I need to send that to, I might want to do that. I might want to screenshot that and send that to TD Ameritrade and just ask them, why didn't I get filled on this trade? Because that trade worked out nicely. This was laser. This was one that was hitting previous high of day scanner, as you can see. Not wanting to get in until it actually holds this. So I wouldn't have bought this pullback because you're buying right into a key area of resistance. So I would not have bought that. And then look at that thing just pull back. Milco, man, it just rips. And this is when my internet blanks out. I wanted to take a short on this. So I was setting up to try to get some info. And look, none of these charts are working. But this chart is working. And I don't know. I might have to put this on TD on Thinkorswim after seeing what Amazon just did. Because see, look. See how these are flashing? That means that the internet is still working. See how they flashing up there? And that finally works. Pops in. And I'm like, what was that all about? And now I'm kind of like, all right, man, I might want to wrap this one up. And there's the one that I wanted to short. Going on about its business. Let's scroll it on up. I moved the stop up on Sands to break even. I tightened the stop up on Win to break even. And them things rip. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. TCOM I expected more out of on the open. But let's look at Win. It's doing what we thought it was gonna do. Almost up 1R, just looking at that right there. Remember, we got in late though. So it should be up 1R. It's only up 33. Speed it up. And now we are basically 2-minute bar by bar. But that bar hadn't finished. And look at me tighten it up. So that bar had not finished. Comes down, tags me. Had I left it under this bar until that bar finished. Look at that. That's tomfoolery. Now I could tighten that. Now I could put the stop right there and watch. That candle keeps going. Got stopped out of Sands. This one really would not have been a good one to bar by bar because it wasn't getting those nice tight moves. Coming right up to an area of resistance, clearly marked on the chart. I watched that more than I watched the bar by bar. And look how it's fighting that area. It does blast through it. And look at Win. We could be way up here with the stop now had we just truly traded it bar by bar instead of playing defense. And that was it. We were done. We'll come back, look at Amazon real quick. Remember? Looking to get in right there on Amazon. Look at where it's at now. Remember? We were looking to get in Amazon over here somewhere. Look at where it is right now. Man, rough. But we're going to go ahead and wrap that one up. We are right at our 30-minute mark. I'll be trying to tighten these things up, but I guess I talk too much. But I appreciate y'all checking me out as always. If you had not already hit that like button, I would greatly appreciate it if you do so. If you're so inclined to get down in the comments section, let's finish the conversation up in the comments. And of course, if you're so inclined, please hit that subscribe button. We do these recaps daily. Another thing, me and RT over at Relentless Trading did a video this weekend discussing long-term investing. Neither one of us are financial advisors. So what we were discussing is our opinions, and it's for entertainment purposes only. This is YouTube. If anybody ever tells you to purchase a stock, do your due diligence. Go look at the fundamentals of the company. Go look at the technical analysis of the company. Look at the charts. If you don't know how to read charts, I advise you, even in long-term investing, still want to at least know the basics of a chart. You want to know the basics of a candlestick. Red candle, green candle, bottoming tail, topping tail. Some people call them topping wicks or bottoming wicks. Same thing. But you want to at least know the basics of a candlestick. Want to simply know how to mark levels on a chart. If you see a pivot, put a line on the pivot. Next time the stock comes to that line, if it's above the pivot, it should act as support and bounce off of it. If it's below the pivot coming up to it, it should act as resistance and push it back down. So at least get the fundamental side of the technical analysis. And that way you can be better prepared when you do start long-term investing, or when you do decide to start trading. And on that note, we're wrapping this one up. We will be back at it again tomorrow to extract some money up out of this stock market. Hopefully, I'm not buying the shares that you're trying to get out of for a loss. Hopefully, I'm buying shares from these big conglomerate companies, and you buying right along with me, and we making money. And on that note, I am out of here. Peace.